Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Danielle. Today I'm going to be harvesting some beets and planting some more black beans along with some basil in this bed right here. So I already have some beans growing right here. So right here I have some beans, as I was saying, black beans and also some red beans growing right here alongside some onions. Yes, I know a lot of people don't plant these two plants together because they're not good companion plants on how they need to feed, but I got them growing here together anyway, so we're going to see how they do. But today I am going to be harvesting these beets right here, like I said. Let's go ahead and get these up. They're small, but it's okay. I shall do a little bit better next season. So they shall eat pretty well. Look at them, y'all. They so cute. And we've got one right here. And one that didn't really do much, but we're gonna get it out because I need the space. All right, so that is the rest of the beet harvest in this bed. So just a second, I am going to amend this with some, I use garden tone plant fertilizer and also some bone meal. I'm going to amend this bed so that I can plant the black beans in here. And I'm also going to do next to the onions so that it'll kind of separate the beans and the onions. I'm going to do a row of basil seeds. So we're going to see how that works out. Give me just a second. Also my garden tone. Okay. And we're going to work this in just a little bit. Get a few of these weeds out of here. And just a little side story. I have never been considered a person that would be gardening. But look at me now. I started gardening in 2020 just because, you know, the world had changed. And so I came up with, what am I going to do? What should I do? So I said, I'm going to try to grow something. Try a little gardening. Wow. What that did for me once I started. Just to let all you guys know, if you're not gardening, you don't think you can, ooh, that's nasty, just try it. You'll love it. You will be amazed at how therapeutic it is. It really is. Just to get out here and play in the dirt. It is so fun. And a lot of times, I'll just have no gloves. At first, I started wearing gloves, and then I just say, you know what? That's not for me. Some things I do wear gloves, but then a lot of the times I do not. All right, so I have these seeds by Seeds of Change. They are Genovese basil. So last season I grew a lot of basil in our herb garden area there, and so it's a little mess right now, but you know, that's a real garden. So that's what a lot of people's garden look like. It's not HGTV, I like to say. So I had basil growing in the herb garden on a lot of areas. Then I also sporadically put it into some tomato beds, tomato buckets, to help with the pest control. And it did help some. So I'm going to go ahead and put these sweet Genovese basil in here. I'm just going to plant them, sprinkle them right along in here. They're very tiny seeds. And like I said, I just want to make a little barrier between the actual, and there's not a whole lot in there, but what's in there we got in there. Just to make a little barrier between the onions and the beans. So we're just gonna sit that right there. And we'll let those, I'm gonna water those in once I get these beans put in. So my beans I have here, as you guys may not know, but these are some beans that I got from the grocery store. So I did not think these have been in my pantry, our pantry, for a long time, for at least probably 6-8 months. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna grow some beans. I'm gonna try these beans, try to get them to grow from our pantry. I don't have to buy any seeds. So I have these plants here. Almost every single one of these germinated and has grown a plant. And the beans have started growing on here. And you can get a little close in there. You see all those beans growing from this packet of beans from the grocery store. So that's what I'm about to do right here, is plant these beans, because we want some more. I'm gonna dump a few out of here. And I'm just gonna place them right throughout this bed here, and then push them in. I hope every one of your gardens is doing well. It's doing good. That'll be fine right there. But I was just amazed at how many of these bean seeds actually came up. So I'm just not going to put these back in the bag. I'm just going to put them over here to the side, outside of the regular bag. Push these into the soil. That has been amended with bone meal, garden tone. Put that one forward a little bit. And that's it. I'm going to water them in. And we should shortly have some bean plants growing, along with some basil. So,
go.
All right, so now that we have our beans planted in here, it's probably going to take about 100 days or so for these plants to start, from seed and then become a plant, and then coming to harvest. So I'm going to water these in, and we shall wait and see. That's one thing with gardening. You got to be patient. So sometimes I'm a little impatient. My husband can attest to that. I'm a little impatient. I'll take plants out that I look like they're doing too good. He's an opposite gardener. He just puts it in there. He don't weed a lot. He just lets it go. So I'm trying to learn from him as well. I'm just trying to leave things alone, let it go, let nature take its course. And a lot of times it works. You don't have to fuss with putting seeds in too much. You see, when seeds fall to the ground, they germinate on their own. So I'm trying to think about the same way. Don't be so particular in trying to space things out and put things just right, because nature is going to happen. Just let it do its thing. You got to have, care for it a little bit, but it's going to be all right. And if it's not all right, you just try again. So after you've got your beans planted, then you can go ahead and water them in. It's going to probably take about 4 days or so, approximation, guess right there, for the beans to germinate and for them to start coming up, and you'll start seeing a plant start to grow. And then on my fertilizing my plants, I'm trying to do every week a liquid fertilizer. I have made up some banana tea. I've taken banana peels, soaked them in water, and about a week later I'll go ahead and use that dilute it with water and feed the plants once a week. On the opposite end of that, on the fertilizing, I take my granular fertilizer, the garden tone, and I will go around and fertilize the plants. That way the plants have constant food. So I'm going to do the same thing with the beans, and making sure that they are constantly fed to make sure that they give us a good harvest. So that is just what I do, but just make sure that you are on a regular fertilizing schedule to make sure that you have a good harvest. And you can have you'll probably have a harvest in about 100 days for the beans, possibly sooner. Now beans, you want to go ahead and you don't have to, you can eat them fresh or you can let them dry on the plant, and then you can be able to store the beans for later on. So next thing I wanted to show you is a little bit about, I didn't show you on the previous video, I didn't actually see it, that's why, but I wanted to bring you up here to the cantaloupe. And I have got some fruit protection bags. I just got them in from Amazon. So I'm going to put them on some of my fruit because I have a problem around here with the pickleworm and the other couple of pests that like to bore holes into our fruit. So I'm going to protect them with these bags, and I'm going to see how they work. So hang on as I get this lifted up, and then we'll be able to put some of these on. Alright, so I'm going to get one of these bags out. And I got these mixed sizes, so hopefully I got an 8x12. That is not an 8x12. I'm gonna put on this side. I think this is the 8x12. So if you come up close, I'm just gonna show you. Look at that thing. Look at my cantaloupe. So cute. So I'm going to put one of these bags on so we can possibly protect it from that so much annoying pickleworm that comes and does so much damage to the plant. And make sure that one don't right there. Okay. I might have to sit it in there for right this second so I can get it on. Look at that. I might just leave it sitting in there and get some support. So there you go. Cute little bag to protect your plant from the little pests that come around and suck the life out of them. Here goes another little cantaloupe that's forming there that I didn't get to show you the other day. And I think there's another one on this plant over here, if I can find it. Oh yes, there were two of them right there. There they are, brother and sister. This one right here and right here. So I'm going to put a bag on those as well and get them protected. So guys, I just want to give you a quick update on what I'm doing in the garden today. So I hope you guys' garden is doing so much and providing you with so much life and therapy. And just remember, don't take it so serious. Have fun in your gardens, and I'll see you next time.